SodaStream is an electric carbonator that allows you to transform tap water into refreshing, sparkling beverages in just seconds. With its compact and simple design, it is an eco-friendly alternative to bottled drinks, reducing plastic consumption and beverage transportation. It operates using interchangeable CO2 cylinders, which can carbonate multiple bottles before needing replacement. The process is easy. Simply fill a bottle with water, place it in the carbonator, and press a button to get bubbles. Additionally, you can customize your drinks by adding natural flavors and adjusting the carbonation level to your liking. In recent years, urban mobility has undergone significant changes with the electrification of transportation modes, such as electric scooters and bikes, making them more accessible and eco-friendly. However, innovative devices have also emerged that combine skates and sneakers, like the Moonwalkers. These hybrids allow us to move faster while still exercising as we walk. Their unique design features wheels that move when stepping with one foot and then the other, increasing speed by up to 250%. Moonwalkers adapt to any footwear and are water-resistant. They come equipped with a locking mode to ensure user safety. A reality. In June of this year, 2023, the Apple Vision Pro was announced, a mixed reality device that combines augmented and virtual reality. Its visor is made of polished glass that allows for clear visualization of the outside, and the lenses have 23 megapixels among the internal visors with a resolution higher than 4K in each eye. Additionally, they feature a dual camera system that can capture spatial images, photography, and videos in panoramic sizes. With spatial audio, the main purpose is to recreate the captured moments as realistically as possible. You will be able to consume multimedia content from any compatible apps within the Apple ecosystem, such as Netflix, HBO, and more, being played in 8K and at 180 degrees. Imagine a world where cumbersome tools and bulky equipment are a thing of the past. The Ever Ripple by Heng Duan has arrived to simplify and enhance your outdoor life, whether you are venturing into thrilling expeditions in nature or hosting lively backyard parties. With this small, compact marvel, you can repel mosquitoes, have an ultra-bright flashlight, and with its built-in 14,400 milliamp battery bank, you will never run out of battery on your electronic devices while exploring new horizons. Built with the highest quality materials, this durable companion can withstand the elements, being shockproof and water-resistant with an IPX4 certification. Ring, the creators of the doorbell camera, have launched the Ring Always Home Cam, a flying camera. This small drone is capable of flying autonomously inside your home to capture images, or can be directed to go to the kitchen, the front door, or any room you wish. Once it finishes recording the desired location, it returns to its base to recharge the battery. Unlike a traditional drone, Always Home Cam only flies along preset flight paths and does not allow users to intervene manually during flight. The Icoma Tatamel bike is an innovative initiative that combines technology and sustainability in urban transportation. The Tatamel is an innovative foldable electric scooter from the Japanese startup Icoma. The scooter has a 600-watt electric motor for a maximum speed of 40 kilometers per hour and can be folded into a small square box that fits under a standard office desk. In its folded mode, the box can be rolled like a skateboard, and a transport handle allows the scooter to be carried like a cart in an airport. The scooter is handcrafted in a workshop in Japan and is fully customizable upon request, including custom artwork and exterior design. This electric bike is an excellent choice for those seeking an eco-friendly and efficient alternative to conventional transportation. Styler Shoes Case is a high-tech case that protects and preserves your shoes using water-resistant and shock-proof materials, maintaining their shape and quality during storage or travel. Additionally, it features a dehumidifying function to prevent bad odors and moisture in the shoes. On the other hand, Styler Shoes Care is a line of shoe care products that includes cleaners, conditioners, and specialized products for different materials such as leather, suede, and fabric. Both solutions combine practicality with protection and care for footwear, offering shoe lovers a convenient and effective way to keep their collection in perfect condition. The Smart Hummingbird Feeder is an innovative hummingbird feeder that combines technology and ecology. Designed to attract and care for these birds with precision and respect for the environment, it is equipped with motion and light sensors, activating only when hummingbirds are nearby, thus reducing nectar waste. Moreover, it features a camera and Wi-Fi connectivity to stream images in real time on a mobile app, allowing us to enjoy these beautiful creatures from anywhere. The app also logs data about hummingbird visits and offers tips to improve their well-being. Hestia, the new smart telescope from Vaonis, is a marvel of modern astronomy. With a sleek and compact design, Hestia offers a revolutionary experience for space enthusiasts and amateur astronomers. Equipped with the latest technology, this state-of-the-art telescope is fully automated, making it easy to use even for beginners. With just a few taps on the mobile app, Hestia unfolds and begins to explore the cosmos autonomously, tracking celestial objects with precision. Additionally, its impressive built-in camera allows for capturing high-quality images of galaxies, nebulae, and planets, easily sharing findings on social media. Solitube is an innovative solar light capture tube that revolutionizes natural lighting in indoor spaces. It works with a dome on the roof that captures sunlight during the day. This light is reflected and transmitted through a highly reflective and durable tube that runs through the roof and ceiling. The tube features advanced optical technology to ensure that there is no loss of light along its path. The light then reaches a diffuser inside the room that spreads it evenly, without glare or UV rays. In this way, Solitube provides effective natural lighting, even in windowless spaces, saving electricity and reducing the carbon footprint. Furthermore, it is easy to install and can significantly enhance the quality of life in homes and commercial spaces, providing a healthier and more sustainable environment. Miko 3 is a humanoid robot designed to provide companionship and emotional assistance to people of all ages. This intelligent robot can respond to voice commands, learn names, and recognize faces, making it easier to connect personally with users. Additionally, Miko 3 is equipped with a wide range of educational activities and fun games to stimulate learning and entertainment. Miko 3 displays and reacts to your emotions in a way that resembles how a living being would respond to them. Miko can dance, tell jokes, and brighten your mood. The more time you spend with Miko, the more it will know you, and vice versa. It will adapt according to your needs. In 1825, the French naturalist Jean-Baptiste Lamarck made an important advance in the classification of living beings by recognizing sea sponges as animals. Before this date, sponges were considered more like plants or even inanimate substances. Lamarck carefully observed the structure and behavior of sponges and concluded that they were living organisms sharing key characteristics with other animals. In the modeling world, hands play a crucial role in advertising and fashion. In fact, highly sought-after hand models can earn up to $6,000 per day, being hired for advertising campaigns, photo shoots, and appearances in music videos where they elegantly and captivatingly showcase products, jewelry, and other accessories. Hands are considered a powerful tool for conveying emotions and delivering a message to the audience. You probably didn't know that over the years, scientists have used elephants as a basic measure to categorize clouds, which, believe it or not, can weigh tons. By performing the necessary calculations to determine density and volume, it can be estimated that the weight of a cloud is approximately 500,000 kilograms filled with water and water crystals. However, calculations can vary depending on the type of cloud. For example, those dark cumulus clouds looming a significant storm can weigh as much as 200,000 elephants or more, considering each weighs approximately 2,200 kilograms. These friendly animals are amphibians that have the ability to live both in water and on land. When they are out of the water, they primarily use their lungs to breathe, but when a frog is in the water, its breathing is more complex because they use their skin and membranes in their mouths to extract oxygen dissolved in the water. Additionally, some species of frogs can also absorb oxygen through their cloacas. According to medical and scientific studies, cracking your knuckles does not cause arthritis. The sound produced when doing so comes from the release of gas that has built up in the joints. This action does not cause significant damage to joint tissues, nor increase the risk of developing arthritis. Arthritis is a complex disease with various causes, such as genetics, aging, and environmental factors, but it is not related to the habit of cracking knuckles. The avocado is a delicious and nutritious fruit for humans, but it can be toxic to certain birds such as parrots, canaries, and budgerigars. Avocados contain a substance called persin, which is toxic to birds. Some may ingest small amounts without suffering problems, while others can be severely affected. Persin is found in higher concentrations in the leaves, skin, and pit of the avocado. Have you ever wondered how much a person walks throughout their life? An average person walks around 110,000 kilometers during their lifetime. This is approximately equivalent to walking nearly 2.75 times around the world from when we learn to walk at about 12 months of age until we reach old age. The exact number of steps can vary depending on age, lifestyle, and physical activity of each individual. It is estimated that a person walks about 7,500 steps a day on average, considering a life expectancy of around 75 years. Crabs, specifically those of the genus Cancer, have a surprising characteristic: teeth in their stomach. This peculiarity is known as gastric teeth, which are hard structures found inside the crab's stomach and are used for crushing the food they consume, facilitating the digestion and absorption of nutrients. This is a unique evolutionary adaptation that allows crabs to make the most of their diet, which generally includes various organisms and organic matter they find in their aquatic environment, such as algae, mollusks, and other invertebrates. The fascinating world of music continues to amaze us daily with great compositions. But did you know there is an innovative portable drumming device based on motion sensors? That's right, the Pocket Drum 2 Plus. It is a compact device that allows you to play the drums anywhere and anytime in an authentic and realistic way. Through Bluetooth connection, the set includes 2 sensors for drumsticks and 1 sensor for the foot, allowing you to play the snare, cymbals, and bass drum. The advanced motion detection technology provides exceptional accuracy in interpreting each hit. Giraffes and humans have the same number of bones in their necks, which is surprising given that giraffes have extremely long necks. Both have 7 cervical vertebrae, which are the neck bones. The difference lies in the size of these bones. In giraffes, each vertebra can measure up to 25 centimeters, while in humans their length is much shorter. This unique adaptation in giraffes allows them to reach exceptional heights, as these bones are elongated and separated by flexible ligaments that provide the necessary mobility for bending. Diego Maradona, the legendary Argentine footballer known for his magic on the pitch and unique skills, declared on multiple occasions that he was a fan of Michael Jordan, but he never met him. Maradona showed his admiration while training for the 1994 FIFA World Cup in the Pampas, where he was seen wearing the jersey that Michael Jordan wore in the 1992 Olympics with the U.S. basketball team. However, Maradona's end with the Argentine national team is well known, as he tested positive for doping, leading to his disqualification from the competition and the removal of his visa to enter the United States by the American government. And although Maradona expressed again through a post on Instagram his fandom for Michael Jordan, and having received his visa again after many years, the meeting between these two of the most important athletes in history never happened. There is a rumor that bats are blind or have poor vision, but in reality, most species of bats can see. However, their vision is adapted to nocturnal life, and they primarily depend on echolocation to hunt and move in the dark, emitting high-frequency sounds and listening to the returning echoes for information about their surroundings and to locate prey. In addition to their acute echolocation, bats also have other developed senses, such as smell and hearing, which help them survive in various habitats. Although it may seem surprising, the lighter was invented before matches. The pocket lighter was invented in 1823 by an Austrian chemist named Johann Wolfgang Dovenheiner. Its design was based on a chemical reaction that released hydrogen to ignite a flame. However, it was not until more than 30 years later, in 1855, that the Swedish chemist Johann Edvard Lundström patented modern matches, also known as safety matches. These matches used a mixture of white phosphorus and other compounds to generate a flammable reaction when struck against a rough surface. Although lighters came first, matches became more popular and accessible to the general public. The Norwegian Lundehund is a unique and fascinating dog breed that possesses several peculiarities. For example, its most notable characteristic is polydactylism, a genetic mutation that provides an extra toe. Because of this, the Lundehund has 6 toes instead of 5, with a dew claw on each side of each foot. This breed was bred for puffin hunting, from which it takes its name. Lunde means puffin in Norwegian, and Hund means dog in German. Originating from Italy, traditional pizza was prepared only with dough, olive oil, and herbs. It was in the 16th century when tomatoes arrived in Europe from America, and it was not until the 18th century that tomatoes were accepted as a safe ingredient in Italian cuisine. The first tomato pizza is attributed to Raffaele Esposito, a Neapolitan pizzaiolo who created the Margherita pizza in honor of Queen Margherita of Savoy in 1889. Since then, the combination of dough, tomato sauce, mozzarella, and basil has become the most popular and well-known recipe in the pizza world. Disinfecting wounds with alcohol is a commonly used method, but medical studies have shown that it is not the most effective option for promoting proper healing. Alcohol can damage healthy tissue around the wound, delaying healing and increasing the risk of infection. Additionally, it can cause intense stinging and discomfort. Instead, it is recommended to wash the wound with water and mild soap to remove dirt and germs. Then cover the wound with a sterile dressing to protect it from contact with the environment. Max Hodak, president and co-founder of Neuralink and a partner of Elon Musk, has revealed that there is currently technology advanced enough to create a real-life Jurassic Park and bring dinosaurs back. In his own words, he mentions that they would not be genetically authentic dinosaurs, but perhaps with 15 years of breeding and engineering, we could get new super exotic species. The entrepreneur has expressed his openness to developing this ambitious project, which he believes is very viable, but I'm sure you cannot help but think of the Jurassic Park movies and their sad endings. The brains of cats show surprising similarities to those of humans. Both possess a complex brain structure composed of areas responsible for cognitive and emotional functions. Scientific studies have demonstrated that both species, cats and humans, have brain regions dedicated to processing emotions like love, fear, and empathy. Blue whales are the largest mammals on the planet, with hearts that can weigh 600 kilograms and have around 8 to 10 beats per minute. But did you know we can hear their heartbeats from over 3 kilometers away? Whales use sounds for echolocation, communication, and navigation, and some of these sounds may include heartbeats. This remarkable phenomenon highlights the importance of protecting these marine giants and understanding how they interact in their marine environment. I recommend not trying this at home. Bullets, due to their high density and aerodynamic shape, are designed to function efficiently in the air. However, when a bullet hits the water, it faces much greater resistance than in the air, which slows it down quickly. In general, bullets cannot travel more than 2 meters in water before coming to a complete stop. This is an important feature to consider for military and police operations in aquatic areas, where water can act as an obstacle to fire, but specific training and tactics are required to face situations involving firing in aquatic environments. Within the aquatic world, turtles, like land turtles and some aquatic species, often enjoy having their shells brushed. This behavior has benefits beyond pleasure, as turtle shells are part of their skeleton, and while they may appear to be made of a hard material that isolates the animal from the outside, they have multiple nerve endings. Gently brushing the shell also helps remove dirt, algae, and other debris that can be uncomfortable or even harmful to them, keeping their skin and shell in a healthy state. Furthermore, the brushing process can stimulate blood circulation and promote skin cell regeneration. If you take naps longer than 30 minutes, you should stop doing so. Short naps of around 15 to 30 minutes can increase alertness, improve mood, and boost productivity. This is because they keep you in the lighter stages of sleep, avoiding what is called sleep inertia, which can cause grogginess and compulsion upon waking. However, if naps exceed 30 minutes, you may enter deeper stages of sleep, resulting in a feeling of drowsiness upon waking, known as sleep inertia. A phenomenon that occurred on December 16, 1811, due to a series of powerful earthquakes in the New Madrid area, caused the Mississippi River to flow in the opposite direction. These earthquakes raised part of the riverbed, temporarily diverting the flow of water backward. However, this change was only momentary, and the river regained its normal course over time. Cat or dog whiskers, also called vibrissae, should not be cut for any reason. Their whiskers, through follicles, are filled with nerves and are key tools for the animal's sensory perception. They provide information about the environment, helping them measure narrow spaces, detect changes in the wind, and perceive the texture of objects. How many times have you enjoyed the jacuzzi and its power to relax you? Well, I have to tell you that we've mentioned this little paradise in a misleading way. A jacuzzi is a registered trademark that manufactures hot tubs and bubbling bathtubs that has over time become a common term to describe any tub with hydrotherapy systems. These tubs are equipped with jets that release water and air under pressure, providing relaxing and therapeutic massages that help reduce stress and relieve muscle pain. So remember that jacuzzi specifically refers to products from the Jacuzzi brand. The notable American psychotherapist Virginia Satir claimed that we need 4 hugs a day to survive, 8 to remain happy, and 12 hugs a day to grow. However, the rate of hugs is currently below the survival level. We must admit that. We suppress emotions. We do not share our quirks. We hide pain. We avoid experiencing certain feelings that hurt us. In the United States, although English is the dominant language, it is not the official and only language due to the cultural diversity of the country. Spanish is the second most spoken language and is very influential, especially in states with significant Latin populations like California, Texas, and Florida. Moreover, Due to immigration and globalization, a wide variety of languages are spoken throughout the country, including Chinese, French, German, and more, adding up to a list of over 350 languages. The Middle Ages were a very stinky time. People did not bathe, and it was even believed that if they bathed, they would catch a cold and subsequently get sick. Furthermore, the tradition of giving bridal bouquets had a purpose beyond aesthetics. It started because personal hygiene and sanitary conditions were poor, and the bouquets were made with aromatic herbs and fragrant flowers to mask unpleasant odors. Over time, this practice evolved, and bridal bouquets became symbols of love, happiness, and good fortune. Black has traditionally been considered a color within the multiple ranges of colors that exist, but you should know that the colors we perceive are due to how objects reflect or emit light. Black, on the other hand, is present when there is no light or when objects absorb all wavelengths of light, resulting in a lack of color. In scientific terms, black is the absence of color or visible light. In the additive color model, red, green, and blue are combined to create colors, and the complete absence of light is perceived as black. The Incas were a pre-Columbian civilization in South America, developing mainly in the Andean area, in what is now Peru. There exists a belief that they were people who measured 2 meters or more. However, according to anthropological studies, it suggests that the Incas had a height similar to other Andean ethnic groups of the time, with an average of around 1.57 to 1.63 meters for men and a little less for women. Are you someone who believes that urine comes from the liquids in your digestive tract? Well, you are mistaken. Does everything work that way? Urine is formed thanks to the filtration that the kidneys perform on the blood, removing waste products and excess water. This is how it flows from the kidneys through the ureters into the bladder, where it is temporarily stored. When the bladder fills up, nerve signals are activated that trigger the need to urinate. In France, there is a village called Châteauneuf-du-Pape, which issued a strange rule in 1954, which is still in effect, stating that UFOs cannot fly, land, or take off from its territory. At the end of 1954, reports of UFO sightings began to spread throughout France, generating fear among citizens. The most common way to describe these ships was by their similarity to cigars, which is why the French began to call them cigarette volant, meaning flying cigar. Although there were no reports, the people of this locality were so concerned about the sightings and the effects they had on their wines that the mayor decided to ban the landing of UFOs in the vineyards. The mayor proclaimed the following: "Any saucers or cigars that land in Châteauneuf-du-Pape will be held in custody if caught by the rural police." Pirates used to wear eye patches for practical reasons rather than romantic myths. These patches were not designed to hide a lost eye, but to adapt their vision to different conditions. While at sea, pirates often transitioned from brightly lit decks to dark areas below deck. By wearing a patch over one eye, they could easily alternate between uncovered and covered eyes, allowing them to maintain night vision in the covered eye. This gave them an advantage when moving quickly between different levels of light. This technique is known as scotopic light adaptation. While not all pirates wore patches, those who did demonstrated an early understanding of visual adaptation. The time it takes for the human body to replace all its cells varies according to the type of cell. Skin cells renew themselves in about 2 to 4 weeks, while blood cells have a lifespan of about 3 to 4 months. The liver can replace its cells in about a year. However, some cells remain much longer, such as neurons, which can last a lifetime. On average, it is estimated that the body replaces most of its cells in about 7 to 10 years. This process is essential for maintaining the function and health of the body, allowing for continual repair and growth. On November 6, 1974, NASA conducted a high-power radio transmission via the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico into space called the Arecibo Message. That transmission was designed to send information about humanity to potential extraterrestrial civilizations. The message consisted of 1,679 bits and contained data about numbers, atoms, human DNA, human figures, and the Arecibo telescope itself. It was directed towards the star cluster M13, about 25,000 light-years away. However, the transmission has not yet reached its destination and will take thousands of years to do so. The message was an exercise in broadcasting human intelligence into the cosmos. As we age, gray hair appears due to the gradual decrease in melanin, the pigment that gives color to hair and skin. The melanin-producing cells, called melanocytes, decrease their activity over time, resulting in the loss of color in hair. In addition to age, genetic factors also influence the speed of this process. As melanocytes reduce their production, new hair grows without pigment and appears gray or white. This process is natural and is part of aging. However, not all gray hair is necessarily age-related. The smell of rain, the aroma of coffee in the morning, or freshly cut grass are some of the favorite fragrances of thousands of people. But you may not have known that the scent of freshly cut grass is due to the chemical defenses of the plants and a way of calling for help. The fresh smell of cut grass indicates that the grass is trying to save itself from injury. A study has confirmed that plants can use these compounds to communicate. An average person releases between 5 to 15 gases a day, which is a natural result of digestion. Keep in mind that high-fiber foods, fermented foods, and other factors can increase the frequency of flatulence. It is advisable not to hold them in out of embarrassment. It would be better to run and hide somewhere to release them, as holding them in can lead to intestinal problems, abdominal distension, and more, which could contribute to hemorrhoids, which are very painful. Dolphin mothers are known to sing to their offspring while they are in the womb. They use a series of clicks and whistles to communicate, and these prenatal vocalizations serve an important purpose. It is believed that these early songs may help establish an emotional bond between the mother and the offspring, as well as aid in the auditory development of the fetus. Furthermore, these vocalizations could serve as a way to familiarize the offspring with the sound of the mother, which would be useful once they are born and need to recognize her voice in the noisy aquatic environment. Mice, like many other animal species, display play behaviors, including hide-and-seek. Scientific research has shown that laboratory mice engage in play activities that involve chasing, jumping, and hiding. Although it sounds surprising, these behaviors are not just playful. They may also have important functions for their physical and mental development. Play can help them refine their motor skills, improve coordination, and establish social hierarchies. Although mice do not play exactly like humans do, their social and exploratory interactions suggest that they enjoy some form of play, shedding light on their complex behavior and adaptation to the world around them. Traditionally, the age of 65 is considered the beginning of old age. But did you know that scientific studies have revealed that by the age of 25, our bodies begin a gradual aging process? At the cellular level, damage accumulates in the DNA, cells lose efficiency in their functioning, and the production of collagen and elastin decreases, contributing to the appearance of wrinkles and loss of skin elasticity. Additionally, bones tend to become more fragile due to a decrease in bone mineral density. At the cognitive level, although some mental abilities may remain stable, certain functions, such as processing speed, may decline over time. Factors like genetics, lifestyle, and health influence how we age, so I recommend maintaining a balanced diet, exercising regularly, avoiding tobacco and excess alcohol, and managing stress. Chocolate, especially dark chocolate, contains compounds called flavonoids, which act as antioxidants and may help protect the skin from the harmful effects of ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Studies suggest that moderately consuming dark chocolate rich in cocoa can increase the skin's resistance to sunburn and improve skin hydration. Additionally, dark chocolate has cardiovascular benefits and may enhance circulation, which could also indirectly contribute to skin health. Have you ever seen or heard that a person is gravely ill or about to pass away and suddenly wants to eat more? Does he or she feel thirsty? Walks? Has mental clarity and starts to feel much better? This sudden improvement is called terminal lucidity. Although it is not completely understood, it is believed that this could be caused by changes in cerebral blood flow or the release of certain chemicals in the brain in response to extreme stress. The most common birthday in the world falls in September, particularly on the 9th, followed by the 19th, and the third place is the 12th, all around 9 months after the end-of-year festivities. This is due to a number of cultural and social factors that influence birth patterns. For example, in countries where winter holidays occur in December, such as many parts of the Northern Hemisphere, couples tend to spend more time together, resulting in a higher propensity for intimacy. When we are born, we experience two innate fears: the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. These fear responses are considered part of our startle reflex and are linked to survival. The fear of falling is a protective reaction that prevents infants from injuring themselves in dangerous situations, while the fear of loud noises is related to the need to protect our sensitive ears. As we grow and our nervous system develops, we begin to experience more complex and conditioned fears based on our environment and personal experiences. At the forefront of biotechnological design, designers around the world are collaborating with scientists to create trees that emit a soft and natural light in the dark, a phenomenon called bioluminescence. This process involves inserting bioluminescent genes from marine organisms into young trees, enabling them to produce proteins that generate light, potentially reducing the need for electric lighting in urban spaces and saving energy. Additionally, they could be used in areas with no access to electricity, acting as ecological light sources. Have you ever heard of tigons and ligers? They are hybrids born from the crossing of a tiger and a lion. A tigon results from a male lion and a tigress, featuring faint stripes and a smaller size than their parents. On the other hand, a liger is the product of a female lion and a male tiger, tending to be larger than their parents, with faint spots and a mixed temperament. These hybrids stand out for their rarity and genetic uniqueness. The Czech Republic holds the title for the highest beer consumption in the world. Czechs have a deep appreciation for this beverage, consuming between 150 and 160 liters of beer per year per person, which is approximately half a liter per day. This beer drinking tradition has deep historical and cultural roots in the nation. Beer is more than just a drink in the Czech Republic. The Pan American Highway is considered the longest road on the planet, spanning 30,000 kilometers from Alaska to Buenos Aires, crossing several countries. It passes through Mexico City, connecting it with other Mexican cities and Central American countries such as Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and Costa Rica. Before venturing into Panama, which is one of the key points on the route since the famous Panama Canal is located here, it also passes through Esquito in Ecuador, then Lima, the capital of Peru, and continues to Chile, ultimately ending in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where it reaches the southern tip of America. Perhaps the following might confuse you a bit, but there have been hundreds, perhaps thousands of cases where people live without large parts of their brains, half or even larger pieces. That's right, it is possible to live without a part of our brain, and it can function even better than a complete one because sometimes it's the only possible solution to treat epilepsy that does not respond to medications. What's even more incredible is that it has no apparent effects on personality or memory. According to Maya legend, the quetzal, a bird closely linked to Mesoamerican cultures as a symbol of abundance, fertility, and life, was born from the breaths of the gods, and a very interesting phenomenon occurs at the temple of Kukulkan. When clapping in front of the pyramid, one can hear the song of a quetzal. The most impressive aspect of this is that it only works when clapping in a strategic area of the temple. It is known that the sound travels up the 91 steps of the pyramid to the temple, bounces off the walls, and returns in milliseconds. The most gentle and beloved animals on the planet also have a very peculiar side. A rare albino panda was captured by the cameras of the Wolong National Nature Reserve in southeast China. Sighted in 2019, the albino panda can be seen alongside a female and a cub, and it is believed to be the only albino panda in the world. In addition to having white fur, the albino panda also has red eyes. Although it lives in good health, it is common for albino animals to suffer from various diseases. Researcher Li Sheng from Peking University noted that it is still unclear whether its gene will be inherited or transmitted consistently in the population of young pandas, and further follow-up research is needed. In Osaka, Japan, an interesting transformation of obsolete public phones has taken place. Due to technological advancement and the predominance of mobile devices, public phones have lost their relevance, and to prevent the booths from falling into disuse, local authorities have opted to reuse them in a creative and unique way. Some of these phone booths have been transformed into small public aquariums, adding a touch of beauty and entertainment to urban streets. In the astounding marine life, tiger shark embryos exhibit a very intriguing and competitive phenomenon in their mother's womb. The embryos fight for limited resources inside the uterus. Each female tiger shark produces a litter of embryos, but only one manages to be born. During this intrauterine struggle, the stronger embryos develop stacked teeth and feed on the smaller and weaker eggs, ensuring their own survival. The victor that emerges from the mother's womb is the result of this struggle, demonstrating the relentless fight for survival. Hong Kong, a former British colony and autonomous territory in southeast China, stands out for its iconic skyline of skyscrapers that dominates its horizon. This global metropolis hosts an impressive concentration of skyscrapers, with 657 buildings over 150 meters tall and 6 over 300 meters tall. Surpassing any other city in the world, including New York, Tokyo, and Wuhan, its financial and commercial importance has driven its vertical development with landmark buildings such as the International Commerce Center and the Zhu International Finance Center. Canada has about 20% of the planet's freshwater resources, making it the country with more lakes than the rest of the countries in the world combined. Some of its most iconic lakes include the Joffre Lakes, Spotted Lake, and Moraine Lake. If all these lakes were combined into a single space, they would cover a total area of 244,160 square kilometers. It is striking that they are all interconnected, forming the most impressive water circuit in the world. The laughter of foxes, scientifically known as high-frequency vocalization, is an intriguing phenomenon often confused with human laughter. It sounds like a mix between laughter and crying. This striking vocalization is more common during the mating season, serving for communication between individuals and to establish territories. Research shows that fox laughter varies in frequency and duration depending on the species and social context. Research has shown that we spend an average of about 3 months of our lives sitting on the toilet. While it may seem surprising, it reflects how small moments accumulate over the years. This also highlights the importance of making these moments comfortable and efficient. It is worth noting that the time has significantly increased in recent years due to the rise of smartphones and social media, serving as a reminder of how even everyday activities can have a significant impact on the way we live. Contrary to popular belief, ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand when faced with danger. This misconception likely originated from their behavior of crouching down to lay eggs or seek food. Ostriches have a highly developed sensory system and excellent eyesight, allowing them to detect threats from a long distance. When they feel threatened, their main defense is to flee at high speeds, as they are extremely fast and agile running birds. Instead of hiding their heads, they lower their necks and heads to the ground to blend in with the surrounding vegetation. Polar bears have a field of black skin beneath their characteristic white fur. While it may seem surprising, this adaptation is essential for their survival in the cold Arctic. The black skin helps them absorb and retain heat from the sun, while the white fur provides camouflage in their snowy environment, allowing them to stalk their prey more effectively. In Japan, a country prone to tsunamis due to its seismic location, survival capsules have been developed to address this natural threat. These capsules, called No-AA, are constructed with impact-resistant materials, and due to their aerodynamic shape and buoyancy, they help prevent being swept away by waves and debris. They can accommodate up to 4 people and are equipped with essential supplies such as water, food, packaging, and survival gear. The iconic archaeological site in the mountains of Peru may have a translation error in its name. In 1911, American explorer Hiram Bingham discovered the ruins and, upon asking locals about the place's name, noted Machu Picchu in his travel diary. Based on this notation, upon returning to his country, Bingham proclaimed himself the discoverer of Machu Picchu. However, Peruvian archaeologists have questioned this identification and believe the actual name of the site could be Huayna Picchu, as no historical Inca document refers to a place called Machu Picchu. Additionally, the surrounding mountains have clear names that are not related to the name Machu Picchu. The Christ of the Abyss is a famous submerged statue of Jesus Christ located off the coast of San Frutuoso, Italy. The original statue was placed in 1954 at a depth of about 17 meters in the Ligurian Sea. It was created by sculptor Guido Galletti and has become a diving icon and a unique tourist attraction. In 2003, due to corrosion and environmental damage, the original statue was replaced with a replica. The chosen location symbolizes the protection of divers and sailors. Despite their impressive flapping ability, hummingbirds are unable to walk because their anatomical design prevents them from doing so. Due to their body structure adapted for agile flight, they lack the necessary anatomy to walk on the ground in the way that other birds do. Their legs are short and designed to grip branches firmly, but not to walk like terrestrial birds. However, they are world-renowned for their ability to hover in the air by rapidly flapping their wings and their skill to fly in all directions. The woman with the record for the most offspring born from a single gestation is Valentina Vassilyeva, the wife of a Russian peasant in the 18th century. Between 1725 and 1765, she had 27 pregnancies, giving birth to a total of 69 children, of which 16 were pairs of twins, 7 triplets, and 4 quadruplets. Surprisingly, 67 of these children survived beyond infancy. This amazing record has been documented in the Guinness World Records. As an additional curiosity, Halim Sisi from the Republic of Mali gave birth to 5 girls and 4 boys in a single delivery on May 4, 2021. The popular manga Naruto was originally a cooking manga based on a real-life restaurant, where Naruto was an apprentice ramen chef. Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of the manga, revealed this major news in an interview where he also explains why the protagonist's name is Naruto, which is one of the ingredients that can be served with ramen. Just recently, to be more precise, at the beginning of August this year, the Italian government launched an experimental project to offer free taxis to intoxicated people in order to improve road safety and reduce alcohol-related deaths while driving. The project is based on the fact that anyone coming out of a nightclub who voluntarily decides to take a breathalyzer test would have the chance to receive a free taxi home. If it is detected that the alcohol level exceeds the legal limit for driving a vehicle, the individual and their companions will be driven safely and responsibly to their destination. Are you one of those people who still multiplies your faithful friend's age by 7 to determine how old they are in human terms? You should know that this calculation does not take race or size of the dog into account in relation to their age in human years. Additionally, you should be aware that dogs age more quickly in their early years, and then the process slows down. For example, a 1-year-old dog does not necessarily have the maturity of a 7-year-old child. To make a more accurate estimate, formulas have been developed that vary according to the size and breed of the dog. In advertising, it is common to see clocks set at 10:10. This is not a mere coincidence, but a deliberate strategy. Market studies have revealed that this position of the hands creates an aesthetically pleasing impression, highlighting the brand and its logo in the center of the watch. Additionally, it is believed that this position resembles a smile, which can evoke a positive emotional response in viewers. Although there are variations in brand preferences, the choice of 10:10 remains a common practice in the industry. Pigs, or swine, according to scientists, are unable to see the sky because the last vertebrae connecting their spine to the skull are tilted downward at an angle of 30 degrees. This tilt is known to be in relation to an imaginary line to the floor, allowing the pigs' heads to be downcast. Furthermore, it is noted that the last vertebra connecting their body to the skull is practically fused. This means they cannot lift their heads while standing. The Nobel Peace Prize, established in 1895, is named after Alfred Nobel, an influential Swedish inventor known for patenting dynamite in 1867. However, Nobel did not want his legacy to be solely linked to the creation of explosives. Concerned about his reputation, he left instructions in his will for his fortune to be used to reward those who contribute to peace and the progress of humanity. According to a survey conducted among adolescents and young people aged 13 to 25 for research on the impact of cartoons on their viewers, 93% of youth prefer older cartoons to newer ones, citing their plots, characters, and stories. Since cartoons began invading television, connections have been formed with characters who followed entertaining adventures, making them a fundamental part of the childhood of over 85% of the population. The shoebill, a bird with a prehistoric appearance, is becoming quite a sensation. It is a little-known and rarely studied bird because it inhabits large and inaccessible wetlands. Additionally, it is endangered, with only about 3,000 to 5,000 remaining. One of the most curious things about these birds is that they are the only ones in their genus and family, which is extremely rare in the animal kingdom. To give an example, if the lion were unique in its genus, there would be no other 38 species of felines like cats, tigers, leopards, and cougars, among others. You probably didn't know that in the first installment of the movie Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger was not allowed to do the German dubbing of his own role, even though it is his native language, because his accent was considered too rural by German standards. SpongeBob SquarePants is an iconic Nickelodeon cartoon that debuted in 1999, and being one of the most popular shows of the 90s, is the only one from that decade that has not yet ended. With its absurd humor and memorable characters like SpongeBob and Patrick, the show has captivated audiences of all ages. Throughout its seasons, it has explored themes of friendship, optimism, and creativity, becoming a cultural phenomenon. Its success is reflected in numerous awards and nominations. It has generated no less than 4 movies and a wide range of merchandise. The Simozoa exigua louse, an amazing marine parasite, earns its nickname as the tongue eater. This crustacean penetrates the mouth of a host fish and attaches itself to its tongue, sucking blood until the tongue atrophies and falls off. The louse then becomes a functional tongue, acting as a substitute. Surprisingly, it does not cause serious harm to the fish. This phenomenon was discovered by scientists and has fascinated the biological community. Scooby-Doo, the popular animated series, features a group of detective friends who seek to find the culprit of a crime, who always seems to be a monster. But you might not know that in an interview with the magazine Retreo Viral, the creators revealed that the true purpose of the series was to show the world that the real monsters are humans, unraveling how people can engage in destructive and deceitful behaviors. Snails have an amazing ability to sleep. Some species can enter a state of hibernation during prolonged periods of drought or extreme heat, lasting up to 3 years. During this time, their metabolism significantly decreases and their activity is minimized. Additionally, they can take regular naps of up to a week. Their lifespan is longer than we might imagine, averaging 15 years, with some reaching up to 25 or 30 years. In 1997, a new animated series called Pokémon began airing in Japan. Of course, the cartoon soon became a global phenomenon, leading to the adorable Pikachu, the show's star, becoming a symbol. However, this mouse-like cartoon character might not be as innocent as it seems. After watching episode 38 of the series, 700 Japanese children were hospitalized. Apparently, the repetitive and intense visual effects of Pikachu's electric attack triggered photosensitive epilepsy in many viewers. A paralyzed man has begun walking again just by thinking about it. Thanks to electronic implants in his brain, a revolutionary medical process that has changed his life. The electronic implants wirelessly transmit his thoughts to the legs and feet through a second implant in the spinal cord. The system is still in its experimental stage, but a charitable institution in the UK specializing in the field described the news as very encouraging. It's no secret that illustrators in animated shows must unleash all their creativity when designing their characters. Animator Glenn Keane is known for bringing to life some of the most memorable cartoons, such as Ariel and Aladdin. However, his biggest challenge was animating the Beast, an important character in Disney's version of the fairy tale Beauty and the Beast. Keane was unsure how to represent this wild and terrifying character, but inspiration struck when he saw a bison's head hanging in a taxidermy shop. From there, he began to draw the character by taking parts from 6 different animals. You probably didn't know that lizards have an incredible defense strategy. They can shed their tails to escape from predators. This behavior is called tail autotomy. When a lizard feels threatened, it can voluntarily break its tail at a predetermined point, leaving behind a still wriggling part to distract the predator. The tail continues to move after being detached, confusing the attacker and giving the lizard a chance to escape. Although you may sometimes feel unable to retain much information, the brain has a truly vast capacity beyond what you might imagine. Thanks to the billions of neurons that connect with each other, it is estimated that the human brain can store 2.7 petabytes of information. To put this into perspective, it could be said to be equivalent to storing 3 million hours of television programming. A clip originally published in 1967 features the scene when a television channel in the United States switched from black and white to color live on air. The 58-second clip is an old broadcast from WMT-TV, now Kagan TV, showcasing the moment when the television station changed to a full-color spectrum on air. The footage from April 14, 1967, filled millions with nostalgia as they remembered the days of vintage audiovisual content broadcast over television. It's worth mentioning that the first color test broadcast occurred in 1963. When a person sneezes, the muscles quickly contract to expel air and irritants from the respiratory system. If someone sneezes with excessive force, especially if they keep their chest muscles tense, there is a real risk of fracturing a rib. This happens because the sudden and vigorous force of the sneeze can exert considerable pressure on the ribs, which are fragile bones in comparison to others. Although uncommon, cases of rib fractures due to violent sneezes have been reported.